Hi, I'm Nate Vanderstein from Turn Together Foundation, located here in Ogden, Utah. And today we are talking about what we are doing to improve the community. Uh, we are working on housing and mental health services to help challenge suicide. And so I've got Brandon Mitchell here with me today. Hey, Brandon, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well,
No, it's good. I'm excited to be here. I am a local general contractor. My company name is Rocky Ridge Builders. Um, we kind of do it all. Me and Nate have worked together on some projects in the past, and he's kind of brought me in on this whole new project that he's starting. So I'll let him kind of tell you guys about that a little bit.
Well, I'll just tell you my mission statement real quick. Turn Together Foundation is a community of purpose, hope, credence, and action that empowers people who are veterans, first responders, fellow citizens with mental illness, neurodivergent minds, physical and health challenges to live a better life through housing, camaraderie, support, resources, recreation, and respect. Today we're talking to Brandon, he's a local general contractor, and he was asking me how he can get in on some of this grant money that's going out through the different
You bet. You
charities.
bet. Not only how do we stay working and stay profitable, but how do we also affect our community in a positive way, right?
Well, that's a good question. So, for instance, one thing that we're doing is we're working with Buddies for Life, and they work with the disabled population, and they provide housing and day treatment services for them. And we are currently looking for a location that they're purchasing, and I just went and saw one the other day. And anyhow, they'll purchase that property. Then we will take their mission statement and their plans for what they do for their clients, and then we will make a construction document for them. We'll design out the space, and then after we get that design done, then we will send out for bids to the local contractors. And what we're hoping to do is get the contractors to, give us a good price, a price that is, feasible for them. And then, sometimes you can maybe say, hey, we do windows. We'd like to donate a percentage of our windows or take a percentage of our cost down. We do want to pay you for your work. And so we're not trying to take advantage of anyone. We're trying to lift everybody up in the community together. And through these federal and state and local grants, we can bring everybody else up, and challenge with the economy what's going on.
Right. So basically, what you're saying is you are getting together with other charitable companies and teaming up with grant writers, as well as reaching out to people that can donate material or time, as well as teamed with expert contracting professionals to achieve a goal of providing housing.
Yep, housing, as well as mental health services. One of our biggest and most passionate parts of what we do is that we're looking to challenge suicide and to help with PTSD and trauma in our community. One part of trauma that we've noticed in the community is that when people are, say a military person, you grow up, you go to elementary school, junior high, high school, and then you're in the military. You're always with people. You're always with your friends. You live together. You sleep in the same area. You fight together. You die together. And then all of a sudden, people get sent home, and they're alienated in their apartment. Well, the communities that we're doing, we will bring people together to rebuild that tribe. We'll have chow houses where everyone can eat together. We'll have barbershops and beauty salons, shoe shining. We're also doing building up these communities with the agro-tourism. So what we can do is we can have farms, we can have a ranch, and we can do food to table or farm to table. We can do food prep. And then through that, we can have our own brands of food that goes out and says, this food was provided by, the community. And we're working with, people at their level. So we don't want to say no to anyone. We want to help everyone. We want to challenge the suicide. We're working with a company locally that they have this device that if you fall down or something, you can push it, and it will call or send a message out to your 6 closest contacts. And the last contact would be a call to 911. But what we were talking to with Turn Together, to this foundation or this company, is that they would we want them to add a litmus test for suicide prevention, and this litmus test would be basically a light that lights up, an LED that lights up on the device that would be red, yellow, and green, and that would go off certain times through the day on the client's wrist. And then in order for the client to turn it off, they would have to tap the watch. When they do that, we'll tell them that the red means that they're in crisis mode. Yellow means they're just having kind of an off day, and green means they're golden, So basically, one of the most common things that I hear from people that are survivors of suicide is, if I only would have known. If they would have just reached out to me, I could have been there. I would have dropped everything. This watch and this litmus test will be able to communicate. If someone is up in a tree, all they got to do is leave the red on, and then their family and their friends are going to start showing up. And, I think that's a really great thing that we can do to challenge suicide and just bringing the community together. And I think it's an amazing opportunity. And I'm so grateful for people like you that are willing to reach out and help and, help us do the best we can for our communities.
Question.
Yeah.
For the help that you're looking for right now, would it be a position where they're just writing grants, like sitting at the desk at a computer? Would there be other opportunities to participate in service projects or other things?
Oh yeah, we do service projects all the time. Recently, we did a motorcycle rally for Brigham City Peach Days, and that money that we helped raise for that went to the New Hope Crisis Center. So they could come on. That's one of my favorite things about what we do is that we go to these events, we go to golf tournaments, we're doing the the Ogden Weber Chamber of Commerce gala for the year, or gala. And there's all different types of service projects that we can do. They can write grants for us, but also they can work with us in the office if they want to volunteer at different programs, if they would like to, because we have in-house grant writers, but we also work with grant writers in the community. On this project that we're currently doing is with Buddies for Life. And Habitat for Humanity. So that kind of tells you, the type of people that or the type of foundations we're working with. Buddies for Life is for-profit. Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit like we are. But we can also, work with for-profit companies, and they can benefit from this grant money as well. And like I was saying, my grant writer, she does a lot of federal grants. So there's a lot of money that's available out there. So, if you have a cause, you want to have us add that to what we're doing, we'll do it, because we don't need to say no to anybody.
I feel the same way. I think that it's a really, getting into it and looking to the future. I think that it's a great way to make a positive impact on the community in a full circle, so to speak.
Exactly, and it's not just our community. My 3-year goal is that we're going to be working nationwide. We are working with a lot of the local I forget trade unions.
Oh, okay.
And so they're doing a bowling tournament for us, and so anyway, these trade unions want to introduce our foundation to the trade unions throughout the United States, so that we can help people throughout the nation to teach them how to take care of their community and how to turn together with our community. By the way, just a quick plug, Turn Together Foundation is our organization. Our website is turntogether.org. And we wanted to thank our partners, Robin Hood Studios, that is hosting us today, and Rocky Ridge Builders. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, anytime.
I don't know. What else can I help you to understand about what we do?
We talked a little bit about your mission statement. At this point in time, what communities are you set up to service?
First responders, which, the
And that's
police,
just, like,
fire
in
department.
The northern Utah area.
Northern Utah, yeah.
Okay.
Although we did meet down with some military branches down in St. George, so we were working
Okay.
with them. We're looking to do a community property up in Idaho right now, and then we have some generous donors that are providing some land out in Morgan County and out in Hooper, in Ogden. We're looking to do something also right next to Kazi Dam or Kazi Reservoir. So that'll be cool. With the agritourism, you can do farming, you can do animal husbandry if if you're into that sort of thing. There's just a lot of really great opportunities. We're also, the interesting thing about Hill Air Force Base is that they host anybody in the world that has a family member that is disabled or that is having physical or mental health challenges. They are typically housed here on the base at Hill Air Force Base. And
As
then
far as military personnel.
military personnel with the children that have these disabilities. So they're housed here. And one reason is because of the proximity to the Salt Lake International Airport, as well as all of the amazing services down at Primary Children's Hospital, University of Utah Hospital, and Huntsman Cancer Institute. And those are, these resources that they have, and that's why they're here. And then what happens is after that family is out of the military, then they will actually want to stay here in Utah because it's such a great state, and so what we'll do is we'll help place them in homes or help get them homes. Another thing we do is aging in place. The number one killer of elderly people or senior people at home is their stairs. And oftentimes people don't want to go into a assisted care facility because they want to stay at their home. And that's where all their memories are and everything. And so they will actually fall down their stairs and kill themselves rather than do that in some cases. And so what we can do is we can come in, we can evaluate the home, we can maybe take the house and add an addition to it where we can have everything on one level. We can make it ADA, which is American Disabilities Act, where we can put in ramps, we can widen the doors, widen the halls, and then we'll connect them with other services like Meals for Wheels. We'll connect them with transportation, and we'll bring the community together. We can even put an accessory dwelling unit on their property, or we can turn their basement into a rentable space or an Airbnb space so that they can help offset their cost of living. These renters can also help them with mowing their lawn and taking out the garbage and checking in on them. The whole point is to come together and help each other out. And instead of losing their home and their legacy to a reverse mortgage, instead they're building up revenue.
Right.
So, any thoughts?
No, I think it's a great organization. I'm excited to move forward.
Nice. Thank you very much.